Dixie Damelio finally commented on her ex, Griffin Johnson's accusations that she cheated on him with Noah Beck while they were still together. Here is everything we know. I'm Gabby Conti.
I'm Zach Weinberg, and this is your 24/7 Celebrity Hollywire News. Griffin Johnson was just on Dave Portnoy and Josh Richards' BFF podcast where he said that he keeps getting labeled as a cheater. But if the actual real story, there was a bunch of weird S that never got out. He went on to explain that there was weird stuff going on between Noah and Dixie while he was still dating Dixie, like they had a best friends group and they were all going on trips to Malibu together at night. As for Griffin's cheating allegations, Griffin thinks that these Snapchat screenshots were a little curated since the girl who called Griffin out for DMing her was actually from Dixie's hometown. Apparently, he didn't slide into her DMs. He was responding to her DMs when he and Dixie were broken up for a couple of days before their official split, and he was really sad and emotional. Griffin admits that he did his share of wrong and that he should have never messaged back this girl, but the cheating was never physical and just in the DMs. Griffin feels it was unfair that he gets labeled as a cheater because of the situation, since Dixie also cheated.
Which is crazy, because forever the narrative was that Griffin was the cheater and that Dixie was the innocent victim who got her heart broken. But now Griffin is switching the story and he's saying, look, I never kind of spoke out about this before, but I am telling you the unfiltered truth about the situation, which has fans confused, they don't know who to believe.
Yeah, I mean, when you get on a podcast, you really do tell all. Griffin has every right to share his side of the story.
Right, and I also kind of believe Griffin because I think there's something just so unfiltered about being on a podcast. It's really stream of consciousness. Totally. It didn't sound, I listened to the whole thing, it didn't sound like a prepared statement. It sounded like he was speaking his truth. But again, there could have also been a crazy timeline confusion where Griffin and Dixie didn't know when they were together or when they were on a break, kind of if you watch Friends, like Ross and Rachel. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this. Well, Dixie Damelio, she finally responded to Griffin Johnson's allegations about her and Noah hanging out while she was still dating Griffin. The other day, Noah and Dixie were walking down Melrose on their way to Starbucks where they caught up with Pap Galore, who asked Dixie that Griffin said, you and Noah used to take trips to Malibu when you were still dating. Griffin feels like Dixie is the one who cheated, not the other way around. Well, Dixie crossed her arms and then said, what's funny is that didn't happen until after we broke up. I went to Malibu one time with Noah, Brian, and Nick for a photo shoot. Dixie went on to say that her first trip to Malibu was with Addison after her graduation, which was also after Griffin and her broke up. It's just weird how the timeline got messed up. When asked if Griffin was, quote, just making speculations and if his claims were, quote, not true, Dixie agreed with Pap Galore. So it just seems like they both have very different concepts of time and timelines. It also, I will say, I'm not trying to call Dixie a liar, but the way that she said this, it kind of didn't add up. It sounded like she was kind of making an excuse. So I don't know, guys.
I mean, they just didn't communicate. I think they're just better off not together.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Dixie also talked about her holiday plans, saying that she was spending the holidays with her family and Noah was doing the same. When asked what she wants for Christmas, Dixie said, I just want to give this year. I just want to give gifts to everybody. When asked if Dixie and Noah would ever go on a double date with Bryce and Addison, Dixie said, probably. Then Dixie and Noah were spotted picking up at El Paseo in Beverly Hills, where her parents and sister were eating dinner. When asked about what she thinks about her sister hitting 100 million, Dixie said, I'm so happy. Shoo, she deserves it. I'm so happy. Noah added, it's ridiculous. It's so crazy. Good for her, though. It is amazing.
Yeah, so it seems like this story about Griffin and Dixie is kind of taking the back burner because also, since then there was the backlash with the YouTube video and now there's the celebratory moment
for Charlie.
And also there's going to be a new Dixie Damelio music video coming out very soon.
Well, that will be exciting. So, she'll be more than just Charlie's sister.
Yeah, she teased it recently on Instagram. There was a picture of a broken guitar that said Dixie on it. And so we're really waiting for that. We can't wait to see that. Dixie did just release a new video on her YouTube channel. She shared her advice to Charlie as she's dealing with online hate by saying, quote, just don't worry about people. She needs to be herself. She knows who she is. Dixie released a new holiday-themed episode of The Early Late Show with Dixie Damelio that appeared to have been shot prior to Charlie reaching her milestone of 100 million followers. The sisters wore Hollister pajamas as they turned the set into a holiday scene complete with giant presents, a tree, fake snow, and lights. Dixie revealed that this is her family's second time celebrating Christmas in Los Angeles, and it's not going to feel like the holidays because there's no snow.
I mean, that is true. I'm from New York, and it just doesn't feel the same here.
It doesn't feel the same here. It is a little weird to see like palm trees with lights. Like that is kind of a weird thing. But I will say I do prefer the nicer weather. We've been having great weather here in Los Angeles. Although I would like to wear a Christmas sweater, and it feels a little too hot to wear a proper Christmas sweater.
But you know, we might have to just sweat. It might be worth it.
It might be worth it. We might just have to wait. Guys, what do you think about the whole Dixie Griffin situation? Are you Team Griffin? Are you Team Dixie? Let us know your thoughts. I'm Gabby Conti.
I'm Zach Weinberg.
And follow us at Hollywire for your 24/7 celebrity news.